Pacific Northwest and Century Link Field in Seattle, home of the Twins. We'll welcome in our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, overcast skies, but knock on wood, no rain on the radar to speak of right now as we welcome you to Century Link Field here in Seattle. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin here in the booth. And, Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And leading the charge here for the Seahawks as they take the field, Russell Wilson. Easy dismantling of the Rams back in Week 15.
Hold a second. Forget that. I've got to go back to last week. What'd you think of the uniform? The action green, as they called it.
You know, people were killing those uniforms. I didn't think they were awful, but it wasn't their best look. Let's say that.
Let me give you a quick piece of trivia on that.
Okay.
The jersey has been worn before by Seattle. They wore it against Chicago, 2009-2010 season, somewhere in that area. I did that game. They actually wore it with blue pants.
Did they win?
Yeah, they won that game.
There they go. They're 2-0.
The action green jersey.
Keep wearing them.
There you go.
And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And good to see Jimmy back out there moving okay after the ruptured patella in Week 12 last year. You've dealt with that injury, haven't you?
I have, and let me tell you, you know that expression, I feel your pain? I felt Jimmy's when it happened. Now, mine didn't happen quite the same way his did. His happened in the line of duty. He was playing in a game. For me, I was just coaching. And went up to try and catch a pass. Poof. I think for me, it was just mainly age. For him, he was actually playing.
But good to see him back out there healthy. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. For Rawls, they're going to need to figure something out going into the playoffs, because you look back to Week 15, 21 carries, 34 yards. That has to improve if they want to make a run.
I agree totally with that, because even though they have switched to Russell Wilson being the focal point of their offense, running the ball is still their bread and butter. And if they have Thomas Rawls at peak efficiency, then the Seahawks are really ready to go. But the Rams' defensive front, when they're at their best, 3 first-rounders up front, hard to move it against them.
That's very true, and that's who he was going against in Week 15.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle here to Wilson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
On second down, Rawls. They find some open field here. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, 28 yards. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics.
0-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Thomas Rawls who finishes it off with a touchdown run. Bauschke now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And here come the Cowboys. And Dak, he was in full attack mode in Week 15, was he not, Charles? 32 of 36.
Yeah, didn't throw it downfield very much, but that wasn't the real issue. It was just getting a rhythm, getting the ball out to the right people. And the biggest thing for him, as he's done most of this season, he's taking care of the ball, not making mistakes with it. And that's just as important sometimes as making the big play downfield.
Quick note on that completion percentage, second highest ever among QBs that attempted 30 or more passes.
Yeah, I think he's going to keep the job for a while.
Probably. A first down throw for Prescott. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll be first down, Cowboys. For Dez, when Romo was under center, he was more the focal point. Now you got Zeke and obviously Dak at quarterback playing a little bit of second fiddle to some degree.
Yeah, he still had, 8 catches, 82 yards in the game against Tampa. And I know the numbers are going to be about half of what he normally does. But here's the thing. When they get to the playoffs, he may very well be sitting first chair again because they'll need the big plays from Dez Bryant.
Now a play fake here on first down. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So the offense has it first and 10. They run with a rookie. Here's Elliott. Whoosh. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. You got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
And here come the Seahawks. They won the NFC West, wrapping it up in Week 15. They've won it 4 out of the last 5 years, Charles. And what New England has been able to do has dwarfed everything else. But that's a pretty good run out west, is it not?
It's a fantastic run because, remember, we were talking about the NFC West being the most competitive division in football for about a 3-year stretch there between them and San Francisco. Remember, the Rams played all of them tough. Arizona got involved in the whole deal. So it's a great run by them, and they don't believe that they're finished. Not by any stretch of the imagination. They're looking to get one of the home field advantages in the playoffs.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The starters for the Seahawks of Seattle on the offensive side. Charles, they could use a big game from Thomas Rawls.
And they really loved what they got out of him last year because an undrafted player is not supposed to give you nearly 6 yards a carry in production. And that's exactly what he did. They need a...
Winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. C.J. Procise was the intended target, and it's 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This is taken at the 15. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first.
Let's go.
They'll start the drive with Elliott, and he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Second down, Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Charles, pretty obvious that at this point, Zeke, he's going to, no pun intended, run away with a rushing title this season.
Seriously, did you just say no pun intended?
Everyone always says it's not intended, but it's always intended. It was intended.
It's intended. It's just like when someone says no disrespect. Prepare to be disrespected. Right. Yeah, you know it's coming.
All right, I intended the pun, dude.
You intended the pun. 159 yards and a touchdown. How great was Zeke in that game, setting everything up for Dallas, taking on the big carries, and carrying them home to a victory against Tampa Bay.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
Prescott. He's got time in the pocket. Going right side. He has Witten. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Looking back at Week 15 for Witten, 10 catches, which was a season high, moved him past Terrell Owens into 7th place on the all-time receptions list.
And how about how Dallas just moves the ball around, Brandon? I mean, Jason Witten had 10 catches in this game. He's had games this year where he hasn't caught very many passes, but I think he's heating up as they get closer to the playoffs. And let's face it, for any young quarterback, a big-time tight end is almost always going to be his best friend.
A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. comes play number 6 on this drive.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on